Seen a few flurries, maybe we're not sure, sleet or something in Oklahoma, but thankfully nothing like that here at home.
No, we're not going to see anything that they saw in parts of the Great Lakes region, the upper Midwest. Here, maybe a little bit of a light accumulation, but really that's about it. In terms of road conditions right now, you're seeing all gray, which is good news for us. Again, gray is clear, which is good. This is all courtesy of iDriveArkansas.com. So if you ever want to look at this yourself, just pull it up. It's a great resource to see if any of those roads are showing any ice, snow, slush, etc. on them. Now, in terms of what's going on right now on satellite and radar, you're noticing that there is maybe a little bit of some very light flakes, but again, that snow is on the very light scale. So maybe just a few flurries, that's really about it. But we are seeing a little bit of sleet kind of come down towards the Arkansas-Oklahoma border, kind of towards the Dora area. We saw a little bit, maybe some sleet there, maybe a little bit of a better potential there towards southern LaFleur County. That'll continue to track off to the northeast, because off to the west in Oklahoma City earlier this morning, they were reporting a few slick spots on some bridges and overpasses, and that's going to be the primary concern, especially as we go later into this morning when some of that does move in. When those bridges and overpasses freeze first, the reason being is you have cold air above it, but then you also have cold air going underneath it, rather than that road that's usually just on the ground. You'll have cold air going on top. So be careful going over any bridges and overpasses. But since we saw a little bit of slick conditions there and it's moving to the northeast, there's a winter weather advisory now in effect for portion of central Oklahoma, northeast Oklahoma, and that does extend into northwest Arkansas as it continues to track north and east. In terms of the river valley, that still remains in effect for Scott and Logan County. So as we go throughout the day today, again, just be mindful of maybe a little bit of that freezing drizzle or freezing rain sticking to the ground. And it's not going to be very noticeable, but just a little bit of a glaze can cause just potentially a little bit of some slick spots. So as we go throughout the rest of this morning, again, it looks really messy, but a lot of this will remain light. But again, as we go throughout the morning hours here, especially as we get later, let's say 8, 9 a.m., some of that, especially in northwest Arkansas, could stick. The river valley looks right now to be a little bit warm, which is good. But since those temperatures are a little bit closer to freezing northwest Arkansas, a little bit of a better chance of sticking. That'll continue through the morning hours into the early afternoon. You can see more of a wintry mix / rain later this afternoon when temperatures get a little bit higher. And I think for the afternoon commute, things should be okay since it's been in the sun, or at least not the sun, but the sun's been up. And then as we go later this evening, let's say about 6 to 10 o'clock, a little bit of some light flakes can move through northwest Arkansas. Accumulation would be pretty light. We're not expecting anything to stick. That'll close by midnight. So in terms of any snow, a dusting at best. So don't expect any massive snowstorm out of this. Again, it'll be pretty low impact for the snow. The ice, again, not much of an accumulation of ice, just a glaze across the region. But due to the fact that just a little bit of glaze can make things slick, especially on those bridges and overpasses, just be careful out there as you head out the door. In terms of overall today for high temperatures, we'll be in the mid-30s. Winds will be pretty light out of the northeast, only about 5 to 10. For tonight, low temperatures in the low to mid-20s, maybe some spotty flakes in northwest Arkansas, otherwise mostly cloudy. Then for tomorrow, high temperatures in the low to mid-40s, clouds during the morning, maybe a little bit of fog, and some sunshine during the afternoon. As we head through the rest of the 7-day forecast, we warm back up into the 50s on Wednesday, maybe a light rain chance on Thursday. If it extends into Thursday night, maybe a little bit of a light wintry mix, but again, this looks pretty low impact as well. As we go into the weekend, things are looking pretty nice. We'll see high temperatures back into the mid-50s on Saturday. A weak front moves through on Sunday, but for the most part, this week's pretty quiet, minus this wintry mix chance today. So if you're headed out the door this morning, just be careful out there on the roadways. Most of those should wrap up by that afternoon or evening commute.